Julie felt a jolt of anxiety when she overheard two colleagues talking about an urgent company-wide HR compliance request due by the end of the day.
Surely you got the notification right.
One executive admin asked her. Julie shook her head, a frown creasing her brow. No, I didn't receive anything. The other admin insisted she should have, the certainty in her tone only deepening Julie's worry. Acting quickly, Julie first verified the system herself. When she found nothing, she contacted Human Resources directly. HR confirmed the situation, but clarified that the task wasn't automatically assigned. Her manager was responsible for releasing it to her. She picked up the phone and called him when she explained the situation. He didn't offer an apology or a plan of action. Instead, he criticized her for procrastinating. Julie tried to be diplomatic, carefully choosing her words so as not to explicitly state that the delay was due to his oversight. She needed him to understand that she couldn't complete the task until he made it available. But he seemed inattentive, his agitation growing with every careful word she spoke. He basically directed her to solve the problem herself. At that point, Julie remained silent, letting him rant. She knew HR had already informed him of the pending task, a fact he seemed to be ignoring. After hanging up, she followed up with her contact in HR. They helpfully shared all the email documentation, reminders sent to her manager, explicitly stating he had to release and assign the task to her, and that she can 6 days on those communications. Because the task wasn't assigned to her on time, Julie missed the deadline and had to complete the self-assessment days later. The assessment required her to rate her performance from 1 to 5, with 1 being the highest rating and 5 the lowest. Julie rated her performance as nothing over a 3 and sent it to her manager for his feedback. He called her minutes later, disagreeing vehemently with her ratings, driven by sheer vexation and embarrassment after the HR person's evidence had exposed his mistake. He brought up this latest incident and told her he was going to lower her ratings. Again, Julie knew it was pointless to argue and kept silent. Moments later, she received a system notification that her ratings had been changed. As she looked at the screen, a smirk touched the corners of her lips. Her manager had changed her scores to 1. On the phone, he had intended to give her the worst possible rating, but he was completely unaware that 1 represented the top rating in the system. She shut her mouth to hide her amusement. After reviewing the notification, she selected I agree with his rating and hit the submit button, her smirk turning into a full smile.